Hello everybody, in this live Facebook video, we're going to be talking about my two favorite type of aerobic workouts. This is what I pretty much recommend for most of my personal training clients when they come see me. Actually, let me introduce myself. My name is Mike Cola. I've been a fitness trainer and gym owner for over 25 years. And if this is your first time watching one of my live Facebook videos and you really want to improve your health and fitness along with me, make sure you follow me on Facebook, hit that like button. And also participate if you have any questions, during this live broadcast. If you're live out there, leave a comment. There may be a little bit of a delay with these live broadcasts, so, it may take me about 5 to 10 seconds to see it. Okay, but, actually, let's get right to it. One of my two favorite types of aerobic workouts, unfortunately, it's probably not the type of aerobic workout most people do. Most people I see in the gym. The main type of aerobic workout I don't like is that relatively hard and long type workout. I find that, and research has shown that you reach a point of diminishing returns pretty quickly when it comes to aerobic conditioning. Like, for example, you can do just a few very hard 1-minute intervals and just be as aerobically fit as a marathon runner. And let me explain what I mean by that. Okay, the biggest indicator of how aerobically fit you are is something called your VO2 Max. Let me just quickly get a drink of water here. When I was taking exercise physiology courses, in college years ago, we were able to measure VO2 Max by wearing a mask and ventilating someone. That means that, like, for example, you put someone on a treadmill, and you can measure how much carbon monoxide the person is burning, and that determines how much oxygen they're using. Okay, so the more oxygen you can consume and use, for example, the more oxygen you can deliver to your muscles, to your body, the more aerobically fit you are. I always explain it to new clients by saying, like, for example, if you can imagine your body like being just a small Honda Civic, like a small 4-cylinder engine, and if you floor that engine, no matter how hard you floor it, it's still a small engine. It really can't consume that much gasoline. But if you look at like a high-performance sports car, like a Porsche or something, you floor that car, it can go really fast and you can burn a lot of gasoline. And that's how the body works. The more fit you become, the more oxygen you can consume and the more oxygen you burn. And that's your VO2 Max. Everyone has their own genetic potential. It doesn't mean like the person who has the highest VO2 Max is actually going to be the best athlete. Look at a guy like let's give the example of Lance Armstrong. Even though he was taking some drugs, but he still was in amazing shape. His VO2 Max may not have been as high as someone that he was biking faster. And so everyone has their own genetic potential for their VO2 Max. Okay, so how to increase your VO2 Max is basically through doing short, hard interval type workouts. That would be my favorite. So that's what my first type of my favorite aerobic workout is, that short, hard. And let me give you the whole calculations and the whole protocol for determining. The biggest question I get is, how hard should these intervals be? Okay, so first let's use the basic formula. For men you want to take 220. Sometimes women you can go a little bit higher. Genetically they have a higher maximum heart rate. You can maybe want to go 226. Well, let's give an example for a man. Let's give an example of like a 40-year-old male. You take this basic formula, you take 200, you minus your age. Okay, so that gives you a maximum heart rate of 180 beats. Okay, now you want your intervals to be relatively high, so you want to be 85 to maybe even 90% of your max heart rate. So say you want to go anywhere between, say, 153 to 155, that puts you at about 85 to 87% of your max heart rate. And let me go through an exact protocol of what I think a good short hard interval workout would be. Okay, the total duration is going to be 20 minutes. Okay, and you can pick anything you're comfortable with. It could be a bicycle, it could be the elliptical, it could be the treadmill. If the treadmill you might be running, or you can use an incline. It could be pretty much any aerobic type of equipment that you're comfortable with, that you feel that you can work relatively hard on without hurting yourself on the piece of equipment. Okay, so you're going to warm up for 5 minutes. So you're going to relatively, get your heart rate up to maybe 110 beats, and then you're going to do one really hard interval, getting your heart rate up to 153 to 155 beats if you're 40 years old. Adjusted according to your age. I think it's a great idea to also wear a heart rate monitor. You can buy one of those Polar heart rate monitors. They run anywhere from $50 to $200 depending upon how many features. I think the basic feature is great. But, a lot of the equipment at the gym have the handles you can grab onto to measure your heart. But if you're working really hard, sometimes it's hard to hold those handles, so you may really want to get a heart rate monitor. I always tell people, once you know how 85 to 90% of your max heart rate feels to you, then you really don't need that heart rate monitor anymore. Some people use the term rate of perceived exertion. You may have seen these charts in gyms, like for example, 1 or 2 is brushing your teeth, 3 or 4 is walking comfortably, 5 or 6 is walking up a hill, 7 or 8 is running, 9, 10 is sprinting up a hill as fast as you can. And that would be your rate of perceived exertion instead of wearing a heart rate monitor. So you want your intervals to be in that 8, 9, 9.5 range. Okay, so let's go over. You're gonna walk easy, warm up for 5 minutes. You're gonna do one really hard interval for 1 minute, and then you're gonna rest for a minute, and you're gonna do that 5 times for a total of 10 minutes, and then you're gonna cool down with 5 minutes of easy aerobic activity again. And I think that's a great protocol for your short, hard workout. You can do this workout, I would say, twice a week, and you can pretty much max out your VO2 Max in 3 to 6 months by doing a simple protocol like that. The reason why I don't like that, moderately hard, there are some people coined the phrase chronic cardio. Mark Sesson over at Mark's Daily Apple, great site. I read all his books. He was one of the originators behind this paleo movement when it comes to diet and just and exercise and lifestyle in general. He has a lot of great articles on that site. I'll put a link in the notes to this live thing to his website and some of the things that he puts out that I really like. But he coined that phrase chronic cardio. Chronic cardio stands for when you're almost at that anaerobic threshold, like you're at that 80-85% of your max heart rate, but you stay there for extended periods of time. Unfortunately, your typical spinning class could be like that, where you do 30, 40 intervals in an hour, 15-minute class. You reach a point of diminishing returns, which just shows you do 4 or 5 of these 1-minute intervals, you're going to max out your genetic potential for your VO2 Max in 3 to 6 months. So the only benefit of going long and hard is you will burn more calories, but you're going to wind up overtraining. You're going to be, it creates a toxic environment in your body. It really is not good to go long and hard on a consistent basis. Okay, so when it comes to your hard aerobics, I would do it short. Okay, no more than 5 to 6 or 7 short 1-minute hard intervals. Okay, now let's talk about my other favorite routine. My other favorite aerobic routine is that long and easy. I love that. I do a 2-hour walk probably 2 times a week, sometimes 3 times a week if I have the time. I know it's time consuming. It doesn't have to be 2 hours, but you want that 45 minutes to an hour or longer. And I almost call this like meditating when you're moving. I like another formula for this. This is a guy. He's like a famous. He has a PhD. I'm not sure what his PhD is. I think it's in exercise physiology or bioscience. His name is Phil Maffetone. Maffetone. He specializes in dealing with endurance type athletes. He has this whole protocol that people follow. He's trained some world class athletes. He's into more of a moderate carbohydrate, high fat type diet, but he's into really true base building aerobic training, and I love it. And his formula is you take 180, you minus your age, and you don't let your heart go 1 beat above it for these long, relatively easier. That would be your maximum aerobic heart rate. So for example, if you're 40, you would not let your heart go above 140. If you're 50, you would not let your heart go above 130. So I'm like 55. When I do my long, easy walks, or say I'm doing a long, easy elliptical type thing, I don't let my heart rate go above 125. I'm building my base. I'm burning fat. I stay in those true slow twitch muscle fibers. It's truly, truly an aerobic workout. That short, hard aerobic workout is really anaerobic threshold, meaning that muscle contraction follows a sequence. You go from slow to intermediate for fast. When you're at 85, 90% of your max heart rate, you're burning tons of carbohydrates. You're anaerobic threshold. You're at the point where, you're almost ready to drop to some degree. You go 100%, you go 100% of your max heart rate. That's, you're in that anaerobic zone. You know what I mean? It's different. So these are my two favorite types of workouts. It's almost like you're making the best of both worlds. You do your short aerobics to truly make your heart stronger, increase your VO2 max, okay? And then you do your long, easy workouts aerobically to base build. It's still great for your heart. You're burning fat, and you're really working those slow twitch, the low end of your aerobic systems. And get rid of the middle. Get rid of those long, relatively hard workouts. They're going to, in my opinion, they're going to make you old. They're going to wear you down. and they're going to lead to overtraining. Okay, well, this was my quick live video for tonight. I hope everyone out there enjoyed it. If you have any questions about these two workouts, leave some comments. If anyone's out there now, you have any questions now, just pop them in the comment section. I'll try to answer them, Okay, well, I appreciate everyone who tuned in. And once again, if you're really looking to increase your health and fitness and you need a little help, you want to do it along with me and all my other followers, make sure you follow me, Michael Fitness. Also, check out my YouTube channel. It's Mike Cole. I do a lot of YouTube videos as well on all topics of health, fitness, and nutrition. Okay, take care, everybody. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Take care.